Ashtavakra Gita, Chapter 5, Verse 4. Equal in pain and in pleasure, equal in hope and in disappointment, equal in life and in death, and complete as you are, you can go to your rest. Let's see what the sage is saying here. And as we always do, let's see how the verse is applicable for our lives. When we read out these words of sage, what do we understand? Equal in pain and pleasure, equal in hope and in disappointment, equal in life and death. What is our mind thinking? Our mind can either just accept these statements or it can deny. Right? It can accept saying that, wow, what a great statement, and feel good about it. Or deny the same, saying that, how is it even possible? Right? We will not let our mind trick us by any of the assumptions. Rather, we will look into the depth of what the sage is telling us. Just like how we have discussed in our previous verses, the verse is not for the mind to feel happy or sad. These verses are for us to implement in our lives. If you would like to listen to the previous verses, you can find the playlist of all the verses in the description. When the sage says equal in pain and pleasure, we need to inquire if we will be the same in the situation of pain and pleasure. If you ask me, the answer is no. Probably the threshold has improved a lot while getting driven by the emotions. But definitely, it's not equal in all the situations. The sage is also telling us the same thing. The sage is not making a statement, rather, he is telling us to inquire. He is actually telling us these verses for us to inquire and look deeply into life. To look deeply into the threshold and the quality of our lives. If we don't look at it, it won't help us in any ways. Is the threshold improving? Are we a step closer to feel this equality? And we have a lot of references where we have seen people who have shown us to rest in this equality. We have examples of Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, Sufis who have exceptionally set examples of seeing these opposites as one and the same. If we could have achieved this with one statement or with one word, then the sage would have told that one word or verse and stopped it right there. Why was that not done? Because life is not one instance. And we need to apply this to our lives. We need to reverberate these verses with our lives. Inquire about this with our life we are living. Are we meeting God equally in pain and pleasure? Equally in hope and disappointment? Equally in life and death? This is what the sage is calling as completeness. This completeness will let us be in bliss. This completeness is freedom. This freshness in every moment is God. God is not stale. We can't meet God in the past or in the future. God is always fresh and in the moment. God is in the present. In the present is only fulfilled by those who experience God. This fulfillment is through the equality the sage has mentioned in the verse that we see in life, not in the ideas. We need to bring this to life. Let's live this quality of life. This qualitative life where we are improving the threshold to be one and the same in joy and the sorrow, hope and despair, life and death. This itself is living with God.